Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this live. Hope everyone's well. I'm just going to very kindly invite our lovely Helen to come and join. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Kirsty. How lovely to see you.
Breathes a deep sigh of relief.
Shall we tell everyone how we've struggled to connect and how many times we've tried?
Oh, I need to go to Instagram technology school, I think. Yes, we've had some challenges, but mindful breathing has definitely got us through this week, Helen. Well, it has for me, certainly.
It's been
How
a
are you
funny old
doing?
thing, hasn't it? Well, we've been doing these kinds of sessions on Instagram Live for a long time now, and for some reason, we just couldn't get it to work. So we've been
Yeah.
experimenting, and people may have seen us popping on and off and on and off, not talking to each other. But here
Yeah.
we are now. It's lovely to see you, my love.
Yes,
And I'm
lovely to see you
excited
too.
about what we're going to talk about. Yes?
Yes, I'm excited, definitely to connect with everyone and to share this time. It feels like it's been a long time since doing any of these lives, Helen, and it's lovely to see you. Let us start off this evening with your good news. What have you been up to the last month, Helen?
Oh, thank you. So I've had a whole month's holiday because I've become a grandmother for the fifth time, staying with my daughter while she gives birth to the most beautiful little boy who is 4 weeks old today. So it's been 4 precious weeks of new life, lots of breathing, lots of staying present in the moment, and lots of realizations that babies really do embody mindfulness, don't they? Presence,
They
just
truly do.
presence.
They truly do. And
It's
I
been
know you
lovely.
quite well enough to know that this has been a really special time for you. So I'm glad we got to share that with
It really
everyone.
has. Well, thank you, because the important thing is our realization that all the people that we love as part of our Mindful Me community have so struggled to spend time with family. And my children are spread all over the world. And the fact that this daughter was actually here in Dubai and that we could be together, her husband and I, helping her with the birthing, and that we could be together for the first month of his life is just, to me, it's like a miracle, really. If it had been she was living anywhere else, I would have been here and it would have happened without me.
Yeah.
It's been food, great food for my heart.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, we're super happy for you. And I've been at the pleasure of receiving lots of cuddle photos of little ones. So it's been lovely to share that with you too.
I know, I've
So,
loved it.
how about what's happening coming up in September then? Shall we let our community
We
know
talk
what we're
about
getting up
that. Yes, well, with great excitement, we've made the decision that we're going to meet much more in person. It's been such a long time. We are blessed to be in this part of the world where we can trust the COVID regulations. We can trust that what we're being taught for what's going to enable us in safe spaces to be alongside each other. So when you hear us saying that, if you feel the excitement that I know many do, then we'll always just say to you, ask Alfie and he'll let you know what's possible. We're going to send out our newest newsletter. It will probably be going tomorrow or the next day, and it's laden with all the goodies that we have on offer.
Yeah, it feels like a turning point. I feel that excitement and the possibility of being more connected in person with people.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lovely thought for the coming autumn winter time. If we get some autumny wintry weather, which I'm hoping we will do very
I'm
soon.
sure it will. Well, we
Yeah.
did at the beginning of July, on July the 11th, I think it was, we invited people to come and join us for a meditation evening, and it was booked out within about 20 minutes. I think we were swamped with people who just wanted to spend time with us together. So we've decided that we'll go ahead with our retreat in November. If you want to sign up for that, get in quickly, because of course we have to watch numbers because of COVID. And we're also going to do a special meditation day, which is going to be held in October. What date, Kirsty, do you remember?
Oh, you've caught me. I have my
16th, do you
paper
think?
next. Yeah,
16th,
I
it's
feel
going to
like
be, it's a
yeah,
Saturday.
Saturday, 16th. I'm sure it's the 16th. Yeah.
So come and join us for that. But our biggest piece of news that we really want to share is that we are again going to be teaching our conscious relationships workshop.
Yeah. This is super exciting. Yeah. It's very exciting, and I know, having done this a few times myself, so participated and then actually facilitated the workshop alongside you, Helen, that I know this is something so close to your heart, this particular workshop. Tell us a little bit about it. Tell us what moves you so much to do the conscious relationship workshop.
Well, I love the notion of being conscious in relationships, because my work for many, many years has been working with couples.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm working, as I often say to people, you never ring me up and say, oh, Helen, I need to come and talk to you because we're really happy. People phone and say, we need to come and see you because things aren't going well. And so I've done what feels like an entire lifetime on why relationships don't work and how they can, and how, if we become more conscious in the relationship we have with ourselves, then we can have more conscious relationships with others. So this time we're going to continue using Zoom for this workshop because we have people in other countries who want to join us, and the blessing of that, because we've been doing Zoom workshops for the last couple of years now, I think we've ended up, don't you, Kirsty, with a really good way of communicating with each other and being able to talk with each other in privacy as well.
Yeah, I think it took us some time to get used to it, like everyone else. This was a big transition for everyone. But when we could see the possibility of connecting, some of our Mindful Me community are all the way in South America, which is amazing, all over the world. It's been such a blessing, Helen, honestly, to keep that connection. And yeah, to be able to meet. Zoom is great, it's good quality. We can use breakout rooms, we can do lots of sharing if we want to use PowerPoint, etc. And just creating that environment of a safe space. We've really actually enjoyed it now.
It's been working well. So let's reassure you with what conscious relationships would mean for you were you to sign up. You can come as a single person, because the most conscious relationship we have is with ourselves, and learn just as much as if you were coming with a married couple, or as a couple in commitment to each other, as a couple that consists of maybe two siblings, mother-daughter, father-son, work colleagues. Think of any other way that you can understand a relationship. Whatever the relationship is, it's the formation of and the basis of everything that we do, relating to each other. And if we haven't learned how to consciously relate to ourselves, it becomes fairly impossible to relate to others. So if you came as a couple from the same household, you would only be participating in a group. When you do a piece of really good teaching work together, you'd sit in your home and talk with each other about it and then come back online. So the couple, as you come, will be doing the work together. If you come as a single person, there are plenty of people that you can do a piece of work with and do the sharing as a big group. We don't have to limit the numbers so badly if we're working on Zoom, but we make the decision. We don't want the group to be too big. So I would get in quickly if I was you. Let's explain that we'll begin in September on the 21st.
Yes.
It's going to be in the evenings. It's going to be from 7 till 9:30, and it will be every Tuesday evening from September 21st until the 9th of November. And we are blessed this time that the four of us who are mindfulness teachers on our team, myself, Kirsty, Jo Jewell, and Lynette Harper will all be teaching together. This to me is probably one of the greatest blessings, because
Yeah.
each of us teach in a different way, each of us facilitate differently, and each of us bring a whole new perspective. What else can we say about it, Kirsty? What would you like to say about Conscious Relationships Workshop?
Yeah, well, I think as COVID started, we were right at the end of a conscious relationship workshop in person when we had to stop. And what I've noticed is setting that stage and foundation with mindfulness practice, so the ability for us to have conscious awareness for ourselves and then those that we choose to be in relationship or share this workshop particularly with. I felt the richness of the teachings actually, and the very different ways that we all bring to be able to connect and bring a different sense of awareness to each of those parts. So whether we're talking about a sense of attachment, whether we're talking about boundaries, a sense of compassion, all these different areas seem to amalgamate all together. And we get to do, I feel like, quite a deep dive into the essence and really into the meat of the subjects, but in a really good, safe container. And the sharing in previous ones that we've done together and that, again, I've facilitated with you or I've attended before have just been so rich, Helen. I think also to say that the learning from each other is always so relevant when we do something like this.
I
So,
think the workshops teach us that, don't they? We become each other's teacher.
yes.
And because of that, everyone has so much to offer. So we know that people start off feeling somewhat anxious, maybe nervous about,
Yeah.
gosh, and will the space be safe enough? What about confidentiality? Will I have to be the one that shares? Will I have to talk? You know, the answer to all of that is nothing is expected of anybody. When you come with an open heart and an open sense of expectation, you discover your place, that after a while there's a willingness to be a participant and to share. And then you discover that you have things to teach others, just as others have things to teach you. We don't just mess around on the edges. I really like the notion of a really deep dive, because a good workshop means plenty of participation, some really good learning, but making connections. And that to me is what the Conscious Relationship Workshop is really all about.
Yeah. And I think also, Helen, as well, giving a little bit, not so much of homework, but a little bit of investigation to do at home on your own, because it's really that time when we've left the group, we go home and we get to practice those things. So I know we give little pieces of work to do at home throughout the week. Again, not with any expectation that it's an invitation. It's always an invitation with loving kindness and awareness and all the support you need. So I know Helen's mentioned that we're all doing this on our team and we're all available throughout that time. So if there's extra help that you need not in the workshop time, of course, myself, Helen, Jo, and Lynette are always here to support. So I think the 8 weeks feels like a well-wrapped present. That's how I'm looking at it.
I do too. And when we get to the end of the 8 weeks in November, there is a retreat, which we have at the XVA Gallery downtown here in Dubai, from a Thursday to a Saturday, so it doesn't interfere at all with our working week. We're going to be talking much more about that in the future. But remember too that we regularly have times where we can meet together, and we've been doing this on Zoom, call it our Sunday night mindful living sessions. Well, we're going to have our first Sunday night mindful living session coming up in September, the first Sunday in September, face to face, in person. We're going to talk about our relationship with relationships, because relationships is the theme at the moment for us. We're very aware that COVID has changed relationships for many people. Parents with their children, parents with each other, married couples, deeper family relationships have altered a great deal. And the relationships based on the fact that we love each other and we can't connect because of distance. So we're going to talk about our relationship with relationships and what it means to us. And we're going to do that face to face for the first time in nearly 2 years. We would like it very much. Yes, I know we feel like that too. Because we need to take as much care as possible around COVID regulations and taking care of each other, that means we have to limit numbers naturally. So please, if you'd like to take part in our first mindful living session face to face, contact Alfie again. Kirsty will tell you how to go about that, and let him know. If you don't book your space, you may well miss out, and we'd be sad about that for you.
So all of our contact details are actually on our Instagram profile page. So you'll find the number for Alfie. You can either call him or WhatsApp him. He's wonderful at replying. He's very good and caring of anyone who gets in touch. Or indeed you could email as well on our email address, which is also listed there, or direct message through Instagram, and somebody will pick up your message and get in touch with you.
So Kirsty, we're going to do this, do you think, on a Wednesday evening regularly from now on, a conversation with Joe, a conversation with Lynette. Maybe Joe and Lynette will talk with each other. We haven't worked it out, but we're going to regularly during the next few weeks actually meet and come back and do these Instagram lives again, just short clips, like 15 minutes like we have now. Be interested to know what kinds of times would suit people better. Can't be 7 o'clock, because on Wednesday evenings our best offering, which is the teaching of mindfulness practice, begins next week, doesn't it? The week after, is
yes,
it the first?
The week after, yes. So we've got week 4 tonight. We have a week of a break next week, and then we start a mindfulness workshop for September the following week, yes.
And the mindfulness workshop will be on Zoom still. It's interesting, isn't it? Because we've collected so many people who've lived in Dubai and gone back to their home countries who want to stay connecting with the Mindful Me team. So we've decided that we'll teach mindfulness online for a little while in order to pick up all of these people. We've actually become so accustomed to it that we really love it. But we're going to have enough offerings, the face-to-face ones, in good, safe spaces for you all to come and take part as well. So the best thing is to ask about it. But Kirsty and I will come and chat like this regularly too. So if you'd like to listen, we are so looking forward to seeing you all. We so are. I've really missed contact with people.
Yes, it's been a strange time. Lots of gratitude for the ability to connect like this and through Zoom. But there's something so special about being able to sit together and be in community with each other. And I think this has also taught us that it's so precious, that sense of community. For many of you, I know you're here in Dubai without a lot of extended family. And I think for a lot of people that have called and keep asking, when are you in person? Mindful Me has become a family unit, and all are welcome. Everyone is welcome.
Thank you, Kirsty, for whistling me up for this call.
I'll leave you to go back to baby duties now.
Oh, as always, I love seeing your beautiful face.
Thank you. Lovely to see you as well.
Lots of love, everybody. Thank you for joining with us. We'll come and talk with you again next Wednesday night, and we'll speak some more about some of the content of conscious relationships next time. Meanwhile, look out for our great newsletter, which is going to come out probably tomorrow or the next day. If you aren't on our mailing list and you don't already receive it, you know what I'm going to say. Get in touch with Alfie and ask him, please, can I have the newsletter? It will tell you all of the things that we're offering over the next few months. We're proud of our newsletters.
Yeah, and once you've got in touch with Alfie, if anyone has any more questions, so you may have some concerns or something on your mind about any of the workshops, just let Alfie get in touch with me, and I'm happy to give you a call. We can have a chat. I'm always open to do that.
Thanks, Kirsty. That's lovely.
Lots of love.
Okay, lots of love. See
Take
you.
care, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Good
Bye.
night.